The Unlikely Journey of Henry Hill, a mobster's tale. The tale begins in Brooklyn, New York, where young Henry Hill was born in 1943. Intrigued by the flashy lives of the mobsters, he was lured into the mafia world at just 12. Henry began working as an errand boy for Paul Vario, a Kappa regime in the Lucchese crime family. He climbed the ladder of criminal hierarchy, quickly adapting to the life of crime, money, and power. His activities escalated from petty crimes to serious offenses. He was involved in robberies, drugs, and even murders, ruthlessly operating under the mafia's protection. One of the most notorious incidents that marked his career was the murder of William "Billy Bats" Bentvena. This was a gruesome act, a crime committed out of retaliation and ego clashes. June 11th, at the suite, Burke held down Billy Bats, while Tommy proceeding to beat Bats in the head with the gun. The other wise guys panicked, knowing retribution for a made man would be death. So they shoved the body in the car to bury it. But Bats was not dead, so they beat his head in with a tire iron. The next phase in Hill's life was dominated by the infamous Lufthansa heist. This criminal act, performed with precision and audacity, earned the mob millions of dollars. Hill, along with his accomplices, executed the heist with remarkable finesse. The bold robbery, however, left a trail of dead bodies, marking a dark chapter in the history of organized crime. Tommy was killed in retaliation for the murder of Billy Bats. A member of the Gambino crime family, Bats was a made man. He couldn't be killed without permission from the boss of the family he was part of. Paul Vario told the Gambino family and had Tommy killed by making him believe he was being made. Despite the gruesome acts, Hill somehow managed to avoid the law's clutches for many years. His mob life, however, took a drastic turn when he was arrested on drug trafficking charges in 1980. Facing a long prison sentence and fearing for his life, Hill decided to become an informant. He turned against his mafia family, sharing crucial information about their operations with the FBI. His testimonies led to the conviction of 50 criminals, including his former boss, Paul Vario, and his closest collaborator, Jimmy Burke. His actions ignited a storm in the mafia world, marking him a traitor. Hill's life post-mafia was fraught with challenges. He entered the witness protection program, constantly changing his identity and location to evade the mob's vengeance. Despite the protection, he struggled with addiction and legal troubles. He was eventually expelled from the program due to his inability to stay out of trouble. However, Hill found a new avenue to share his experiences. He collaborated with author Nicholas Pileggi to write Wise Guy, a detailed account of his mob life. The book became a bestseller and later inspired the Oscar-nominated movie GOODFELLAS. Hill's life story was portrayed with brutal honesty, highlighting the grim realities of the mafia world. Hill continued to publicly share his experiences, often appearing in documentaries and interviews. He openly spoke about his regrets, his fears, and his constant struggle to escape his past. Despite his efforts to change, Hill's past inevitably caught up with him. He succumbed to health complications in 2012, a result of his tumultuous lifestyle. His death marked the end of a complex journey, a narrative of crime, betrayal, and redemption. His story continues to intrigue and horrify, serving as a grim reminder of the mafia's ruthless world. The story of Henry Hill is not just about a boy who dreamt of becoming a mobster. It's a stark revelation of the dark underbelly of organized crime and the price one pays for such a life. Reflecting on Hill's life, we can't help but ponder on the destructive allure of power and wealth. It's a tale that teaches us about choices and their consequences, a lesson that stays relevant even today. Today, as we delve into the life of Henry Hill, we're left with a chilling narrative that paints a grim picture of the mafia world. It's a tale that continues to fascinate, horrify, and educate us. Through Hill's story, we glimpse into the underworld, understanding its complexity and brutality. It's a journey that compels us to question morality, loyalty, and the human capacity for survival. And as we conclude this tale, we remember Henry Hill, a man who lived many lives, all intertwined in the treacherous web of crime. His story continues to echo in the annals of mob history. Like and subscribe,